Okay, welcome to week 2 of Innovate Daily. We're really excited to see what you guys come up with this week. Some of the projects from week 1 were absolutely phenomenal. So after the prize ceremony in the morning and the talk, make sure you're back on the ground floor of the library in the studio by 2 p.m. to learn about startup hiring and go through a little speed dating exercise, as we like to call it. So at some point, you'll probably check out the note on hiring in your case packet. When that's done, just mark it as complete, but that can definitely happen later in the day. What matters is to make sure that you're back by 2 p.m., maybe even a little bit earlier, so that you can evaluate your potential team members for the week. And you're going to use this Texo hiring app, so click here. And it's going to have someone's name. It's going to have a link to their LinkedIn profile. If you click, we can go check out their LinkedIn and spend a couple minutes checking out their LinkedIn. This is a really good one, if I do say so myself. Check out their LinkedIn profile, check out their letter of recommendation, and then answer these questions about whether there's someone you want on your team. I'm going to be friendly because this is the example. I'm just going to say strongly agree on all of these. But be honest in your evaluations. We won't be sharing this individual data with anyone. But I think it's a really good exercise for you to go through and think about how much you do think they would be a fit with your team, how helpful they would be to others, whether they would have positive relationships, how skillful they are, right? Do they have the skills you think to get the job done? And then hit continue. It's going to have someone else. You're going to do 2 of 6. And then, again, like before, if you have 2 people who you both say, I strongly agree that there's someone I want on my team, it's going to ask you to rank who would be the first and who would be the second person and that you would want in that rank on your team, right? So this way it forces you to think about, okay, great, maybe I have 2 awesome candidates, but I only have the budget to hire one. Who would be the first person and who would be the second person I would like to hire? And so you're going to go through that, evaluating your potential team members. Let me just actually blow through that really quickly. Bam, bam. And so once you've gone through the potential teammates, it's going to say, it's going to list 2 people and say, are these 2 people a team I would like to work with during the second week? I'm going to say strongly agree. Are these 2 people, I'm going to say strongly agree. And then again, it's going to pull up, if you could only be a part of one of those 2 teams, which would be your first choice, which would be your second choice. Do that again, continue on. I'm just throwing that there, guys. I don't mean it. And then click, submit, and finish this Texo. Great, and then return to see what's on your Texo to-do list. And then so after 40 minutes of evaluation, the speed dating will commence. And so you're going to get a packet of paper to take notes on a brainstorm, and you are going to get a sticky note that's going to give you 4 table locations. And over the about hour and a half where the speed dating occurs, every 30 minutes you're going to rotate between different tables and brainstorm with a different team, coming up with crazy ideas and interacting with the people on that team to see how you get along. So once you've done that, afterwards you're going to sort of summarize your thoughts from those team interactions. So for the first speed date that you did, you'll click on the Texo team notes. You'll write the idea that your team generated. What industry did you discuss initially, and then what industry did you want to discuss initially, and then what industry did your team discuss? So for each of the brainstorms, we're going to give you 2 industries to choose from, and your team, your speed date, in this case, is going to have to pick one of those 2 industries to disrupt. And then you're just going to mark, okay, what percentage did each person contribute to the brainstorm? Did one person dominate? Was it even? Was it something in between those 2? And then just a couple of questions about how the team. Did you have a high-level idea exchange? Was there conflict over ideas? Did everyone have a chance to express their opinions? So forth and so on, right? Hit click to submit your Texo. And once you've done that for your 3 team speed dates, go to the post-interview team selection. This is the last thing we're going to be doing today from 5 to 5:30. And now that you've worked with them, please review and evaluate the people that you had from before, and just say, are they still someone you want on your team? Maybe they're not anymore after having interacted with them. Did you learn a lot from them? And whether they encourage different ideas and perspectives. I'm just going to say strongly agree. And again, it's going to ask you, okay, fine. If there are 2 people that you really want on your team, who would be your first, who would be your second? This is a really important thing to learn if you're on a startup. Hit continue, go through. Great. You keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And then it's going to ask you the last 3 questions. And these are the really important ones because these are going to be what we're going to use to try to best pick the set of teams that people are happy with. Are these teammates that you would want to work with during the second week of Innovate Delhi? And either disagree or strongly agree. I'm going to say strongly agree. I'd love to work with these guys too. And then, again, if there's 2 that you strongly agree, which one's the one that you most would want to work with? First or second, continue on. Same thing here. Done. Click that, and then the day is done. So I think it should be a jam-packed day. I think the interviews are going to be really fun. And I think it's really going to force you to think about what you're looking for in team members and think about how you would approach hiring as you grow a startup team.